What's up, world? Lee here with Sticks, Strings, and Other Things, my teeny tiny little corner of the internet, where tonight I am coming to you with a knitting extra. You see, I've been ill of late, and therefore I have been watching many a YouTube where people are talking about their fall knitting plans, which made me contemplate just how many fall plans I could have. So many fall plans are behind me and in front of me and next to me, and so I decided that I would film, partly for fun, partly for shame. I thought I would film me discussing all of the sweaters that I have plans for. And when I say plans for, I mean I have the yarn, I have the pattern, and in some cases I have swatched all of the yarn plans. And that is why I'm coming to you tonight. It is September 24th, which means it is fall. And I have enough plans to last my knitting fall plans for the next 5 falls, easily. It's not tea tonight. I'm having a little bit of a tipple, for I'm finally healthy and feeling better. Well, let's get into all of my yarny, happy plans, of which there are many. We will start with a thing that I'm actually working on. This is the Hard Cider by Thea Coleman. I forget what size I'm knitting. I am just starting into, no, I'm partly through, the 1,000,002 raglan increases that I need to do for my size. It is a beautiful, squishy sweater. I am using Les Garçons in their British DK, which is a 70% BFL wool and 30% Masham wool. And this is in the color Carmen's Story, which is gorgeous. So that is one that not only is it a plan, it's a plan in action, current action, in fact. That is my current knitting sweater whip. I then have the one that I'm going to start next, which I'm looking for it. Ah, it's in here. It's living in here. This is the next sweater I'm going to start, and it will be using this yarn and this yarn held together. This will be the Sanderson sweater by Dragon Hoard Yarn. And these yarns are both Dragon Hoard yarns. One is the Gnome DK Twist in the Obsidian Salt colorway. So pretty. The other is, let me find the tag, their Pegasus Lace Mohair in their Wolf Song colorway. Like I said, this will be the Sanderson sweater. I have weird plans with both working at least these 2 sweaters at the same time. I am going to finish a skein on the Hard Cider, and then I'm going to finish a sleeve for the Sanderson sweater, because you start with the sleeves for the Sanderson sweater, and then I'm going to alternate back and forth. At least that is the plan for now. So this is the next sweater, we think. I also have, let me reach behind the camera, some tees, because I'm putting t-shirts and other tops in here. This will be the Floodlight tee by I forget who, so I'll place it here, the Floodlight tee. I am going to be using Pies and Hellhounds Yugen base, or Yugen colorway in the Selkie base and the Fig lace base. And this will be the Floodlight tee. Reach. Place that back behind. Another piece I'm going to be doing let me grab all the skeins. I might be missing one. Using Shibui's Vine, and this is the Abyss. Yes, the Abyss colorway. I'm going to be doing either a ranunculus or a simple tea from Church Mouse. And whichever one I don't do, I will be doing the opposite in this color, which is, again, Shibui's Knit Vine, and this one is the colorway Tar. So one will be a ranunculus, and one will be a simple tea. Not sure which will be which, but that is the plan for those. Living in here is, not going to be either a tee or a sweater. These are going to be fingerless mitts. Oops. Let's just remove that one from the area. Not sure if you can hear the wildlife. There are owls. And they are. It's breakfast for the owls. Let's just leave it there. Living in this giant bag, I have, I think, just one sweater quantity. Yes. This is going to be the Broom by, oh, what's her name? Andrea Mowry. And it is the O Dang DK. And this will be the Broom, and this is the colorway Cross Current. It's another floof sweater, because we got to love our floof sweaters. Then, living in here is the other floof sweater I'm doing from Andrea Mowry. And this is also the O Dang DK, but this one is the colorway Dark Fugitive, and this one will be the Nebula tee. Oh yeah, it's that neon. It's very bright. This might be out of my comfort zone. It might also make me look beet red. I don't know. But I'm trying something there. It may be a mistake and I may end up having to give that away, but you know, that's how that goes. Living in here is one I have done a teeny tiny gauge swatch with. This yarn is so soft. This is going to be the Violet cardigan by, don't remember, so I will put that information there. And it will be using Bare Naked Wool's Better Breakfast Fingering in the color Daybreak. So soft. This is that's what that is. Sigh, gasp, joy, delight is what that one is. And then we have a bag of shelter in cast iron, and I'm going to be doing the Better Than Basic sweater by Church Mouse out of this. And it will be lovely. I also have a bag of soot in shelter from Brooklyn Tweed. And I think if I have enough skeins, this will either be the, I'm hoping this will be the book cardigan by, I forget the name. It will be put here, the correct name, and the designer will be put there. So those are both worsted weight. So far I've been showing you mainly DK, a couple of worsteds. This bag of yumminess is going to be a Tress by Isabella Kramer. And these are yarns from Biche Bouche. They are the colors dark gray and medium gray in the Le Petit Lamb's Wool and the Le Petit Silken Mohair. So this is a tress. Well, it isn't now, but it will be eventually. This is a bag of a bunch of Shibui that will become a... Ooh, I said this was going to be a better than basic. That's wrong. This is going to be a better than basic sweater. This is going to be a... It's also a church mouse sweater. I'll put the name here. They might be better, but both better than basics, but I can't remember right now. Either way, I will have the correct names there. Living in here is a whole bunch of Madeline Tosh in their DK Twist in the colorway, I forget, it is the colorway Nocturne. And this is going to be the sweater And She Was by this designer. And it is such a good color. I also have some, here I'm going to pull these ones out because you're not going to see the color otherwise. These. So this is Magpie Fibers in Swanky Sock and their Feather Lace. Both of them are in the colors Every Breath You Take. So this is these are going to be turned into an Elton tee by Joji Locatelli. Sorry, it's not a tee, it's an Elton cardigan. Not a tee, it's a cardi. So that's what's going to become of that one. Leaning to get the Plechilope and Junion Sai mohair, which is going to be held together to make a Felix cardigan by insert name here. And I'm going to run out of battery any minute now. So I will pause now and replace the battery. And also have a bit of a sip. Right, time to replace that battery. Cheers, I'm back. I only have 3 more sweater quantities that I know what I'm doing with. Because rightfully, I have a few sweater quantities back here. 4 that I can think of off the top of my head that I don't know what I'm doing with. So, yeah. I have a bag of Lang Chris in the beautiful colorway 0001. And this is going to become a Turtle Dove by Miss Bastrico. And then the next 2 are color work. You have to excuse, it's warm today. It may be fall, but the Puget Sound area decided to be almost 80 degrees today, and it's a warm one. So that's why I decided to play with my yarn this evening. So in here, I got a freebie skein. But in here lives enough yarn to make a Polina pullover, I think is the name. I'll put the name and the designer below. I'm blanking on the name. And I am using Pearl Soho's Widgeon in the colorway Eucalyptus Gray for the main color, and then the color work will be done in the Ripe Plum. And I really hope I did my maths correctly, because I only got 1 of these. did my maths right. I'm now questioning my maths for that project. And then living in here. This is one that I have wanted to buy for an age. And didn't. And then it was always out of stock. And then it was finally in stock again. And so I bought it. I have no clue when I'm going to start this one. It is the Lunenburg pullover by, insert name here. It's all in lichen and lace. So here's the main color. And then there are the colors for the colorway. So main color, excuse the crinkling, main color is coal. And then I have birch, pollen, shrub, and sky as the colorwork portions. And this is going to be so good. I will be putting in photos of all of the projects with their names. If I overlay it over myself and you can't hear me, I apologize. I will make sure in editing to fix that all right. So yes, those are all the sweaters that I want to be working on right now. Right now. All of them. I want to start all of them right now. Oh, I forgot one. 1 second. I forgot one of them. I also want to stitch up a Walla Walla by whatever their name is. And that one will be using Peace Fleece in the feather gray colorway. Yeah. I forgot about that one. Now, I think only the Walla Walla was on my Make 9 for this year. None of the others are. Oh, maybe the Sanderson. The Walla Walla and the Sanderson may both be on my Make 9. None of the others are. And I am going to be starting the Sanderson soon. But I'm working on the hard cider. The hard cider is yarn that I purchased at Flock this year. So, if I get that all knit up, I get to buy a sweaters quantity next year. If I do my Floodlight in the Pleasant Hellhounds, I get to get a sweaters quantity, t-shirt quantity next year. That is how going to Flock is going to be for me. As for the others, I obviously just need to knit more sweaters all the time. Yeah. I just massively have a sweater knitting bug right now. Likely because it is becoming fall, even though the temperature today is full of lies when it comes to the changing of the seasons here. But I have so much glorious, delicious yarn to use that I have no right buying any other yarn for a while. Is that going to stop me? Probably not. But this is why I was filming it, because I want to play with all of this beauty now. I want to play with all my lovely yarns. And if I talk about them, and I tell the world what my plans are, sometimes that encourages me to follow through with those plans. So now you all know what my beautiful, beautiful wardrobe wants to look like. Now I just have to make it. Though, yeah, the Felix, little concerned about that one. It's definitely a little bright. And the Nebula, 1000% a bit bright. Yeah. I think I am going to be starting the Broom soon too. That's actually very difficult to say. But if I have the hard cider and the Sanderson and the Broom all on the go at the same time, that's not necessarily a bad thing. I can do a skein in each one of them before I move on to the next one and just rotate through until I get some sweaters done. Possibly. That might be what I do. I don't know. All I know is I want to play with all of these, and I want to squish all of this yarn and knit with all this yarn and play with all this yarn and be able to just feel it and touch it and have it. So yes, when I say I have a lot of yarn, I have a lot of yarn. And those are not, like I said, those are not all of my sweater quantities. I have 2 more in this bin back here. I think it's DK weight. It's either DK or worsted, I don't remember right now. All I know is it's enough for a sweater out of both, either one of them. And I just don't know what sweaters they want to grow into at this time. I also have 10 skeins of Knitting for Olive Merino. And I haven't fully decided what that sweater wants to be. I also have some beautiful, beautiful alpaca that I want to turn into a colorwork sweater, probably a Steingeist. I just don't know which one. So that's the only reason those aren't being shared today as well, because I don't have actual specific sweaters attached to those yarns yet. If I did, I would be showing them too. But yes, like I said, there's at least 4 more quantities of yarn that are sweater weight quantities that I know I have. I just don't know what I don't know what they want to be when they grow up. Not yet. They'll tell me soon, someday. They'll tell me someday. And after I knit a few of these, maybe they'll start whispering a little louder. I will admit, the hard cider got started because it was whispering the loudest. It was sitting in here going, knit me. And so I did. Though you do start with 7 inches. 7 inches of 3x3 ribbing. That should not have taken me 5 days. It took me 5 days. 7 inches of 3x3 ribbing. But now I'm on to the raglan increases, and I am loving knitting with the Les Garçons yarn. It is scrumptious. So right, those are my knitting plans. Well, those are my specific sweater desires. And yeah, I have no clue what not all sweaters. There were at least 3 t-shirts. 2 tees. The floodlight and the ranunculus is sort of a tee, but the simple tee is definitely a tee. So 2, possibly 3 t-shirts were in with the sweaters. But yeah, they were all, yeah. I think I need to get some knitting done. So what I'm going to do, hope you enjoyed. Let me know if there's a sweater that you're already working on that I've mentioned. Let me know how you liked it. If it's one that you want to start, let me know that too. What are you planning on using? What are you using? I would love to know. Other than that, I think I'm going to go edit this, put all the pretty pictures in, and get all of the accurate designers' names up. And then I think I'm going to get knitting on my hard cider, because I would like to get at least halfway done with the raglan increases this week. We will see if I can do that. Until later all, cheers.